If you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Welcome to my Wednesday night training, specifically around the topic of nutrition and the secrets to reverse your symptoms from the grocery store. I'm going to share with you the stuff they don't want you to know. The stuff that is going to empower you to be the best version of yourself. And naturally, that's what you really want, right? Of course, me too, even without thinking. And my invitation to you is to give me 1% of your trust. And undoubtedly, I will earn the other 99. I appreciate you showing up. If this is your first time, type first timer. And if you can hear me fine, let me know that too, because I have my phone in landscape mode now because they've changed some settings, which I like better. So if this is your first time, make sure you go up into my post where it says step 1 and register with us so that we can give you our notes for my session. This is what I'm following off of tonight. I go beforehand and put all of these together so that you have things to follow, so that you have amazing, actionable information to help you be the best version of yourself. And you're also going to get 7 of my top short videos from the grocery store. So if this is your first time, just type first timer. My veterans, I appreciate you. The best way that you could thank me and make a difference on our planet is by sharing my post. Hey, Cynthia, great to see you again. Please share, Cynthia, and I appreciate you. And for those of you, my veterans, and for those of you that are just hopping aboard for the first time, the best way that you can help me on my mission, if you so choose to, is to share my post. This way I can reach the people in your communities that I would normally not be able to reach. I appreciate you because I am on a mission to serve 200 million people, and there is no way that I can do it without you and your help. And just so you know, my first intent is to make sure that I provide amazing value and content to you so that your life is transformed into the next best version of yourself, consistently being your highest choice through the things and the wisdom that I share with you come out of my mouth, God inspired through me to you today, tonight. So I appreciate you. So here's a disclaimer. I am not a doctor. I have enough time invested to be one, and I am not one. So anytime that I suggest or anything I discuss with you tonight, I highly encourage you to consult your medical physician so that you can get his or her information, wisdom, advice, and opinion. Ultimately, this is the most important part. You are the one who is responsible for your health. The stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you is not going to be known by your doctor. They're not going to know why asparagus is your top detoxifying food because it's the highest glutathione food. They are not going to know that when you have aches and pains and symptoms that show up, that there is an emotional response that happens first, and that is just the byproduct or symptom of your experience. And when you understand that, your life is going to transform in ways you did not know were even possible, just as myself did not know that. Naturally, we're all looking to transform into the next best version of ourselves. Yes? Yes. So if you can hear me okay, just type a yes. I got, what's up, Caitlin Yang? Welcome back. How are you? It's been so good. It's been great to see you. Did you make it through session 2, session 3 yet? So here's my short story, with your permission. I'm going to be completely Brian with you because I don't know how to be anyone else. And my invitation and suggestion to you is for you to also do the same thing. Be you. The world needs you. They need your specific gifts. They need your personality. They need what God has blessed you with to serve our planet. And trust me, you can tell by looking around that our planet is in need of amazing people like yourself to fill our planet with love and appreciation, to bring back peace, gratitude, and to turn our world on its feet. And that's what my whole mission is in life. And I appreciate your support. So a couple of things that you may not know about me. You see me doing all this stuff on social media, and if you have not seen this, one of my purple sweet potato videos just crossed 100,000 views and over 1,900 shares. And I'm super grateful and honored, A, that happened, and B, that you have chosen to support me and to share my message with that. So if you have not seen that video, Go back and check it on my wall. I posted it today, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate you sharing it. And here's some things that you need to understand about me so you can hear me, because I don't expect you to hear me until you know me. And if you know me and understand that I am someone who has been through some things, it's more than likely going to allow you to be a bit more receptive of where I'm coming from, because I haven't always been in this position. I've been suicidal. I've been 250 pounds 3 different times. I've been high on lots of drugs, more than you possibly could imagine. More than most human beings would have died from what I experienced. And I almost did a few times and did not. So by the grace of God, I am here with you today, right here, right now, sharing with you exactly what God has blessed me with, in the sole purpose of sharing it with you to empower you with the truth so you can set yourself free, because that's exactly what it's going to take. What's up, Martha? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the content, my content. We're starting on session 2. So if you did not catch session 1, make sure you go back and check it out. We are starting right now on part 2 of my 5-part. Okay, we talked briefly about last time about pH and alkalinity. And one of the most important things to understand is that pH is very crucial. First off, you cannot change the pH of your blood. If you did, you would die. There's always this discussion of people being smarty pantses and getting really irritated and stuff about that. So to be very clear up front, you cannot change your pH of your blood. You can, however, change the pH of your fluids and your tissues, and the fluids that float around in your tissues. It's very important to understand that for your body to thrive, you must be between a 7 and a 7.4. Let's just check in. Are you familiar with the term pH? Are you familiar with the term alkalinity or acidity? If you are, just type a yes. And for those of you that just hopped on, Martha, would you please share my message, please? And Caitlin, do you mind sharing if you have not, so that I can reach as many people as possible? And I'm super grateful for you. Thank you so much. And I may ask a few more times, and that's okay. I'm okay with the word no. All right, so you have not. Okay. So pH is what we're discussing right now. This is super important, because when you understand pH, you will understand your entire body's mechanism of how you fight off disease, illness, and ward off all of that stuff. Thank you, Martha. And how you can empower your health with exactly what's necessary. So alkalinity, thank you, Kaylin. Acidity and alkalinity is known as pH, possible hydrogen. Acidity means no oxygen. Alkalinity means oxygen. Alkalinity is extremely important for our body to thrive. It's extremely important for our tissues to be healthy, for our organs to be healthy, for our hormones to function appropriately, for our brain to function appropriately. Everything depends on alkalinity, meaning presence of oxygen. Depression is very important when you're talking alkalinity. Alkalinity is also presence in our gut, in our bowels, in our gut. It's extremely important for it to be alkaline. Yeah, brother. What's up, William? I recognize your name today. Welcome, brother. Yes, drinking a lot of Coca-Cola, is that what you're talking about? It's bad for your pH. If you're talking Coca-Cola, if you're talking cacao or cocoa, like as in raw cacao, no, that's not. But acidity means lack of oxygen. So when you think about acidity, think about a swamp. Think about a swamp where there's no movement of water, and there's moss, and there's green and brown and dirty stuff, and there's no movement. And then think about a stream that's way high up north where there's a lot of ice, and it's really blue, and it's consistently moving and flowing. That is alkaline. It's a lot of oxygen. Matter of fact, there's a group of people called the Hunza people that live somewhere way up north that have a water supply that is glacial and is super potent with oxygen. It is super rich with oxygen, so much so that it has a massive alkalinity boost. And what happens is these people are known to live for upwards of 120 to 130 years with no issue. What's up, El Cid? Welcome, brother. It looks like Frederico. Is that you, man? I recognize that beard. What's up, Christy? So alkalinity is very important. So let's talk about exactly what you can do to boost your alkalinity, because that seems like the next step in our conversation. Wouldn't you agree? Of course. So you see me drinking this. This is a 9.5 pH water with a restructured water molecule, which means the water molecule is 2/3 the size of a normal one. I also have words written on here. I am highly favored. I am blessed. Deeply loved. Okay, now what exactly does that do? I have on my notes, if you notice, if you're watching my notes right now, for those of you just coming aboard, I appreciate you. Welcome aboard. And for those of you coming aboard, if you don't mind sharing, I would greatly appreciate it if you do. I appreciate you so much. What's up, Meredith? So when you have words written on your water, if you check out the guy by the name of Dr. Emoto, Dr. Emoto is the guy who did the research on what I'm about to share with you about writing on your water bottle or on your water, period. So words and letters create and contain vibrations. Vibrations is all over the planet. That is what's known as energy. Everything on the planet is made up of energy, either fast, high-moving frequency energies or low-moving frequency energies. Now, what happens is Dr. Emoto did a study, by far one of the most fascinating studies you could possibly check out. Go to YouTube and check out Dr. Emoto, The Miracles of Water, or The Messages of Water. Both of those would probably work. He did a study on water, and he did a study on the vibrations of water and how certain words would change the molecular structure of the water. So what he did is he took this water source, same water source from all of them, he bottled it up. He would tape a word like hate. He would tape a word called blessed. He would tape a word called gratitude. He would tape like Adolf Hitler on there. And here's what he did. Once he did that, he would take that water and he would freeze it. Then what he would do is he would take that water out and he would look at it under a magnifying glass. Here's what he found. On the magnifying glass with words that were uplifting like gratitude, bless, love, peace, he noticed that the water molecule looks very much like a snowflake. Literally looks just like a snowflake. All of them are uniquely designed. Not a one of them is the same. He looked at them under the microscope and saw an amazing, symmetrical, perfectly designed molecule with words like peace, bless. Welcome, Zilla. Welcome, Rhonda. Blessed, gratitude. He noticed that the molecules were perfectly formed. And then he got to the other words, such as Adolf Hitler, hate, rage, anger. And what he noticed was something significantly different. What he noticed when he looked under the microscope was that those ones, the negative ones, had one awesome looking piece of the snowflake or the water molecule, and then half of it was all distorted and black and shriveled up and deformed. He noticed that across the board with the positive words and the negative words. Now, what exactly does that mean? Here's what that means. Our bodies are anywhere from 60 to 80% water. And when we are saying things that are negative, our cells have a way of eavesdropping on our thoughts. Right here. I have it written here on bold laws. Our cells have a way of eavesdropping on our thoughts and our words. So as we say things to ourselves, and they are not loving, empowering, blessing, forgiving, everything else you can think of, gratitude, I am blessed. And instead, if they're, I'm fat, I suck, I'm never going to be able to do this, I hate the way that I feel, I'm never going to be able to get this done, I'm never going to be able to be successful, whatever that is, we all have our own story. What you're literally doing is creating all of the water in your body to be either in alignment, in agreement with you, or you are going the other route, which is disempowering you. So what I've done by this is I've done something that I like to call working smart versus working hard. Because I'm already drinking water. Why not add some amazing things to it to bless my water even further so that when I am drinking it, My cells, every one of them in my body is also now drinking, I am blessed, I am favored, I am loved, I am highly favored, deeply loved, deeply respected. Whatever you choose to put on there, my body is literally drinking that and transforming every cell in my body to agree with that. Cheers. Can you see the value in understanding how to do that one simple thing that does not cost you anything other than 1 minute to write something loving on your water, and then you just get to drink it? So every time you're drinking and doing something you normally would be doing, you are exponentially blessing yourself by working smart versus working hard. If that makes sense to you, just type a yes so I can see where we are. Aloha, Z. It's always great to see you. I appreciate you always tuning in from Hawaii. And when I'm down that way, I'm going to make sure that we get to connect because I know you got some amazing food that you probably make, and I just so happens like to eat a lot. All right. Perfect. Welcome, Cindy. Danny. Welcome. Martha. Yes. Everyone is great. Everyone's on the same page. Hey, for those of you that just hopped aboard and you feel called, please share my broadcast so I can reach more people that I normally would not be able to share the message that God puts through me to you to help them as well. And I am extremely grateful for you, and I'm honored by you doing so. And if I can support you in any way, you have my commitment to show up fully on your behalf to do so. So thank you. So the next thing that you can do to really boost your alkalinity is this. Qigong. Has anyone ever heard of Qigong? And Danny, will you do me a favor, please, young lady? Will you type the word Qigong in the box so that our ladies and Brents and brothers and sisters know what I'm talking about? Qigong is what we're talking about. Okay? Qigong is a style of, I would say, movement, breathing, and meditation that allows you to harness environmental energies and super saturate your body with oxygen. It is by far one of the most profound ways that I have experienced to literally create a full body vibration due to oxygen uptake in your body to massively boost your immunity, massively boost your pain as far as pain reversal because of super saturation of oxygen. So when we are very acidic, I have a story for you. Awesome, William. When I was coming back from New York, Penny and I was up there. There you go, Danny. Thank you. That's how you actually spell it right there. Danny just put it on. Thank you, dear. When I was in New York speaking last month, Penny went with me. And when I was in New York, my whole goal was just to eat everything that I chose to. All the New York food and everything that they have. And I did just that. Even drank some sodas and things, which I don't do. Had some candies, all kinds of junk. Well, on the plane ride home, I was absolutely miserable. I could not get comfortable. I was constantly moving around. Started having some glasses of wine to see if I could get my nerves to loosen up. And man, it felt like literally like I had a beaver gnawing on the root of my freaking nerve in my back. And I was so uncomfortable. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a 4-hour flight. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to have to go stand up in the back or something. But the reason why I was feeling that way is because I hadn't had any vegetables. I was extremely dehydrated from not having enough water. And I was eating everything under the sun that was not good for me. So my body was severely inflamed. Like a matter of fact, I put on about 7 pounds from being down that way. It took me a few days to get it off, but just from inflammation, I put on about 7 pounds. Now, let me ask you this. Are you in a position right now to where you feel like that on a consistent basis? Where you're like, man, Brian, my back's hurting, my nerves are constantly firing off, I can't get comfortable, I feel inflamed, my feet are swollen. Are you in a position to where that's going on for you right now? If so, what I'm talking to you about tonight and the invitation that I will have for you in a bit will and can make a significant difference in how you feel, how you function, how you show up, and how your body shows up for you in order to gladly create and do the task that you have in front of it to do. And understand this, my brothers and sisters, your body is your car. Guess what? You cannot go down to the dealership and turn your car in to get a new one. So what that means is this. You only have one shot to take care of the body that you have so that it lasts you for the entire that you're on planet Earth. If you do not take care of it, it is not going to take care of you. What's up, Joe Quayer? If you do not take care of it, it is not going to take care of you. And I assure you this much. A lot of people complain about investing in their health because it's so expensive. Well, I'll tell you this much. Wait till you're sick and then tell me how much it costs you. Wait till you go invest a day in the hospital for having a stroke or a heart attack or some type of situation. It's going to be anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000. Okay? Not counting the time of being out, the time of being non-productive, the time of feeling like crap so you're not able to relate with your family and connect with the people in your life. Your energy's low so you consistently feel drained. Like, being unhealthy is way more expensive, I assure you. Because what most people don't know about me is this. I have not been to the doctor or been sick in 25 years. 25 years. I have not had insurance in 10 years. I gladly take that penalty every year because guess what? That penalty costs me about a quarter of what I would be paying for health insurance every month for something that I do not use because I keep myself healthy. Only time I go to the doctor is to get healthier, and it's not a Western medicine doctor. I go to a hormone doctor to get my blood levels checked, and I have a naturopathic doctor that I go to on occasions to get checkups. Other than that, I've got a chiropractor that's a Nuka chiropractor. Other than that, I do floating and cryotherapies like I discussed last time. If you would like to learn more about those, go check up on my training that I did on Monday. Other than that, everything that I'm teaching you is also what I'm an advocate of. That's why I'm teaching it to you. What's that? I preach what I practice. And all the stuff that I'm talking to you about with foods, which we're about to get into now, is what you're going to have the opportunity to get into tonight. So let's have some fun right now. So right now we're going to talk about foods. We're going to get into foods, and we're going to talk about alkalinity of foods and why foods are important. And most importantly, we're going to talk about 6, 7 different ones, maybe 8. First one we're going to talk about is the almighty asparagus. Do we have any asparagus fans on the line tonight? If you do, type a yes as I share with you what they're good for. And you know what's really interesting is I used to hate vegetables. Often you probably have been connected with me by watching my grocery store videos. And here's the thing. I used to hate vegetables. I hated them so much I didn't want to eat them. You know why? I started eating them as I got older, wiser. I started eating them more because I learned more about what they did and actually what they did in their body and what medicines they actually created for me. So let's do this. Heavens, yes, that's right. So foods, asparagus, number 1. Asparagus is your top glutathione food. If you've heard of the word glutathione, type a yes. And if you're familiar with what it means and what it does, type a yes, yes. Question on the table. Are you familiar with the word glutathione? And are you familiar with what it actually does medicinally in your body? If you do, type yes, yes. Let's see where we're at. Hey, welcome, Joel. Matter of fact, Joel, I need to come see you over the next couple of days and get you to check me out with where I'm at now. All right, so glutathione is a word you should become very familiar with. Glutathione is your top enzyme. It's a protein enzyme, but basically it is your top phase 2 enzyme producing food. Phase 2 enzyme is not a thing, it's a process. It's a process in which every cell in your body detoxifies it. All right? So, here's what you got. When you have asparagus, how many, by a show of yeses, when you've had asparagus, how many have recognized that your pee smells a little more interesting, a bit more pungent, if you will? If you've had that experience, type a yes. And I'll tell you why. And we're probably going to go just a little bit over 7:30 tonight, just a little bit, okay? So when you have glutathione, when you have asparagus, your pee smells because it is detoxifying your liver and your kidneys. That's why you get the smell in your urine. It's important to make sure you drink more water so you can actually push it out. And it's also a diuretic as well. So when you eat asparagus, it is literally going to push more water out of your body. So make sure you boost your water up. Okay, now let's talk about the avocado. Avocado is your second highest glutathione containing food. Okay, that means that it has also a really high immune boosting capabilities. Okay, avocado is also super amazing at actually eating the avocado seed to reverse heart disease, because it will literally pull and push all of the plaque out of the arteries like a Roto-Rooter would, so that you can actually get more oxygen and nutrients through your cells. If you're having any stroke issues, this is important for you to use. You blend it up and put it in your smoothie. It does not taste bad. It doesn't taste like anything, and it will actually make your smoothies a bit more creamy. Okay, avocado is high in omega-9 and omega-3s, oleic acid and ALA, alpha-linoleic acid. Now, avocados are extremely important because it's a healthy fat. It's great for beta-sitosterol, which means it helps with cholesterol levels, and it's very high in fiber. Now, interestingly enough, did you know the avocado is actually a fruit? It's actually a fruit. And it's a living fat. It's one of the most healthy fats that you could possibly eat. So people who are looking to drop body fat, it is a great thing to incorporate in your diet. Now, I'm not going to agree with some people. Some people will say when you're trying to eat a bunch of, or lose body fat, you eat a bunch of fat. I believe it's important for you to understand how much fat you should actually be eating. So I do not agree with that concept. I think understanding what your body actually takes, like going to see Joel and having him check out your data on his crazy machine, that's who I go and see to check my body fat. Joel will be able to tell you exactly where you're at and what's going on, and be able to help you construct those type of things. But understanding avocados are extremely important for you. I used to be allergic to avocados, and what it was is because I had leaky gut, which means I had an inflamed intestinal tract. And you can resolve that through sauerkraut. You can resolve that through good bellies, through enzymes and certain probiotics, and eliminating your processed foods, junk foods, and include more raw foods, probiotics, and good healthy foods that are close to nature as possible. Probiotics are extremely important to resolve that. Most people who have leaky gut have allergy issues, have symptoms that show up, have food allergies. A lot of that can be resolved by having a healthy gut. What's even more important than that is if you have a foul gut, that means that potentially you are not loving what you feel. That's number one, because if you don't resolve the emotion, it does not matter what foods you actually eat. Resolving the emotions is task number one with any type of healing process. Okay, so let's talk about broccoli. Broccoli is your number 3 glutathione food. Now here's some cool things about broccoli, because how many of you, and you can be honest, how many of you have actually thrown away the stem? The big, long, green, and white part. How many of you have actually thrown away the stem? And it's okay, you can be honest, no one's in trouble. Throwing away the stem. The stem is the most important part. It has some stuff called glucoraphan. That is the most medicinal property of the broccoli. Second thing, cruciferous vegetables are high in I3Cs, which is an endo-3 carbonyl, which is extremely potent for breast and prostate cancers and cancer in general. Okay, I3Cs are extremely important for men who have man boobs and women who have breast and uterine and estrogen-based cancers and issues. Your broccoli is very high in DIM, D-I-M, which is an estrogen metabolizer, which is extremely important. It's also high in sulforaphane, which is a great detoxifier. And that's why if you ever have broccoli and you have gas, that's the sulfur that you smell. Tasty, right? You can just taste it now. Next thing is, if you're actually fighting any type of estrogen-based cancers, the first thing you need to add is you need to add Brussels sprouts. That is your highest source of DIM on the planet. That is the most potent one. So any guys with gynecomastia or quote-unquote man boobs because of having too high estrogen, that is something you can use that will dramatically impact that. And ladies who have estrogen-based challenges, that is also something you can use to block that. Now, did you catch my video today on beets? Beets are extremely potent. Beets beat disease. Beets can boost your oxygen uptake up to 400%. They also are high in betaine, which helps with cholesterol levels. They're high. The betaine actually helps to lower homocysteine levels, which is the blood levels that they check in your blood when you go to the doctor to get your heart checked out. They're also high in uridine, which is extremely important for helping with depression. They're also extremely red because they're very electron dense, which means they're high in free radical scavenging abilities. Dude, there are over thousands of phytochemicals in beets alone. Beets are blood cleansers, so any type of disease, illness, sickness you're fighting, beets is one of your most important ones. Make sure you eat them raw. Do not cook them because they're high in oxalic acids, which is hard on your kidneys. Okay, same thing with spinach. If you're cooking spinach, stop. Spinach is also high in oxalic acid, and it will also clout your kidneys up. So be really careful of that. Okay. All right, so we're going to resolve on that one for a second. I have an opportunity for you tonight, and here's your opportunity. I'm actually going to extend the special that I had on Monday because so many people have got involved in it, and I'm going to give you one last opportunity to do so. I'm extending my Halloween special, so here's what you get. You have an opportunity tonight to invest in yourself through us to support you in our Nutrition Empowerment Series. That is a 6-module series, all digital for only $97. That's $400 off the retail price of which we usually sell it at. Here's what's in it. Beets are bad for kidneys if you cook them. Yes, that's correct. Eat them raw. Here's what you get. 6 modules of Chris and I going through and explaining everything about food, all the stuff that I started talking about today, like all of your medicines in food and what they're good for, what symptoms they reverse, all of it is in there. Here is what is extra. Here are your bonuses, and these will not be here next week. Bonus number 1, you are going to get my grocery store training video for free. That's a $97 program. Bonus 2, you're going to get Chris's grocery store training. That is a $97 program. For free. Number 3, you're going to get added to our closed, secret Facebook group where our tribe and community, many of the people that are on here now, this is our community where we all hang out, fire questions back and forth, get special content specifically. This is what is in that group. Number 4, this is an extra one. What's up, Jackie? You're actually going to get a conversation with you and I, mano y mano, to discuss your unique situation, specifically about what is going on with you and how to make this stuff work for you. Now, here's what I found for most of the challenges. Most people have an issue investing in themselves. And here's something for you to consider. What does it cost for you to stay the same? Consider this. Consider not making any movements from this day forward in your life and in your health. Will you be happy? If I ask you the question, are you thriving in your life? What is your answer? Are you thriving in your health? Do you feel great when you get out of the shower and see that amazing specimen just smiling back at you in the mirror? Or are you like, don't look at me? Whatever it is, you have the opportunity today to make an investment in yourself and to change the trajectory of where you are going. Because what most people fail to understand and really weigh out is the consequences of not making any changes and learning the proper things for them, how to do this from the grocery store, and how to minimize, almost negate every possible experience that could put you into the doctor. Having one doctor visit alone, most times, even with a copay, is anywhere from $50 to $100 just in medications. That's not even fixing the issue. That's band-aiding a symptom. So you literally have the opportunity today to take advantage of the 4 bonuses that I've given you. Those will not be here on Monday. And you have the opportunity to move forward and invest in yourself and allow us to support you and teach you God's wisdom from the grocery store to empower your health and ensure your future is filled with more quality and quantity, life, and days, period. To move forward, you go up to step 2 and you enlist in our link in our class. And then you message me as soon as you're done. That way I can get you your bonuses, and then I can get you set up with my assistant to set us up a time to have a conversation to support you. The important part is this. It's a money-back guarantee. If you feel it was not valuable to you, no questions asked. We give you your money back. You know how many of those I've actually had? 0 of any of our courses. So I offer to you the solution to empower you with information and wisdom to boost your health and to create more wisdom in your life to make better decisions, because that's exactly what it boils down to, because knowledge is not power. I know plenty of smart, stupid people. Stupid people that know a lot that don't use it. And other people that just decide not to show up at all. My invitation to you is to give yourself permission to invest in yourself and decide now. Make a decision that you are worth it. That's going to be step 1. After you enlist, message me so I can get you set up with your bonuses and we can get you set up with a time to chat. So that's all I have. Have an amazing day. I appreciate you for showing up, and I appreciate you for showing up and participating, which is really the key. Have an amazing night, and remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.